What's up, YouTube? Zero here, and today I have a blueprint review of the firing line, which is a weapon blueprint of the MXR-17 in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. In this video, I'll go over the blueprint setup on this firing line blueprint. I'll talk about what I like, what I don't like. I'll talk about the camo. Then at the end of the video, I'll talk about if you should definitely be checking this out or if this is a blueprint you should skip on. Before I get into it, I do want to say if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for more Call of Duty Black Ops 7 content. I do a bunch of other video games. I do a lot on Pokemon TCG Pocket. If you do enjoy that, check those videos out as well. Without further ado, time to talk about the firing line of the MXR-17. Now, I do want to point out the camo that I'm using is the firing line black cell version. There are two versions of this. There's the firing line, and then there's the firing line black cell. The one I'm utilizing is the firing line black cell. I did get the battle pass, which is why I was able to unlock the black cell version of this gun. So that's just something to note if you are wondering why I have this version and not the other version. And that alludes into what I was about to say as to where you can find this. It is unlocked in Season 1 of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Without further ado, time to talk about the weapon attachment setup. First, you already can see there is an optic on this gun. That's going to be the VAS Microflex. Either you like it or you don't. That's how I normally put it when these weapon blueprints have sights on them. It's either a sight that you're going to enjoy using or it's a sight you are not going to enjoy using. I don't mind utilizing this sight. I think it's a good sight. It doesn't take up a lot of the screen. I hate the sights that take up a lot of the screen when utilizing either a submachine gun or an assault rifle. I like the ones that are very minimalist on the screen because I like seeing the screen as a whole. You can see here, does not take up a lot of the screen. Does help out a little bit when shooting opponents. Doesn't take up a lot of the screen, which is something that I do like about this VAX Microflex. But again, it's preference. Either you like it or you don't. There may be others that you prefer over this one. This isn't a bad one, but everyone has their preference in terms of sight. So nothing wrong with this sight. Next, there is a muzzle on the firing line. This muzzle is going to be the Redwell 90 compensator. And what the Redwell 90 compensator does is it enhances the vertical recoil control. There are no cons of this attachment, which is pretty nice. You're controlling the vertical recoil. You're not taking anything away from the gun, so that's really nice. So there is a vast benefit of utilizing this attachment, and I do like this attachment. It is very good for the gun. The gun without any attachments does have a little bit harder to control recoil. It's not awful, but really when we look at this gun and we look at the statistics of it, the vertical recoil is pretty bad, so having an attachment that enhances the vertical recoil control is really going to be beneficial. Next, there is a magazine, and this is just an extended mag, the Vault Extended Mag. All this does is it increases the magazine size by a little bit. So it enhances the magazine size, it puts it up to 30, which is a pretty nice increase on the gun. It's 5 bullets, but you could potentially get another kill when you do have the extended mag on here. So that's pretty nice to have with the enhanced magazine size. You just have to remember that when you do have an enhanced magazine, that you're not reloading as much. You don't have to reload as much. Me, I'm so used to reloading after every kill. It's something I need to break my habit of. I'm sure other players are the same way. But if you do like an enhanced magazine size. 5 extra bullets can be a decent amount depending on your play style, depending upon how accurate you are or how up close you get. You may want to take out multiple enemies with it. So it is a decent magazine, and there are no cons to adding it. You just increase the mag size by 5 bullets. So another attachment that is pretty decent for the gun. Next, there's a stock, the Gate Lux stock. And all this does is it enhances the aim walking movement speed. There's no drawback to it. So again, another attachment on this gun that doesn't take away from the gun. And I love attachments that really don't take away from the gun, unless there is a category that you don't mind taking away from. But so far, all of the attachments we've talked about have no cons. It's just all pros. And the aim walking movement speed is always nice to have. You aim down the sight, you can move a little bit better, especially when you're capturing objectives. It's really nice to have enhanced aim walking movement speed because you can move a little bit around the zone you're capturing and move a little bit faster. Or when you're moving around a map, so you can move around corners a little bit faster. It'll be pretty nice to be able to get the drop on your opponent with the enhanced aim walking movement speed. Last but not least, a really great attachment, not just for this gun, but for any gun. It's a firing mod. It's going to be the recoil sync unit. And what this does, it enhances horizontal recoil control and enhances vertical recoil control. That's the attachment setup on this gun. It's actually pretty nice attachment setup to have. I do like it. There are no cons on any of these attachments. They only enhance the gun, which is really nice. But let's talk about overall the statistics that are changed based off of these attachments. So I already talked about the magazine size. That increases by 5 bullets. The recoil gun kick is enhanced by 26%. The horizontal recoil control is enhanced by 8%. The vertical recoil control is enhanced by 26%. And the aim down sight movement speed is enhanced by 21%. Overall, those statistics are enhanced pretty nicely. This gun, the MXR-17, has pretty hard to control vertical recoil when utilizing no attachments on the gun. Horizontal actually isn't too bad. It's the vertical that really gets you on this gun. So the attachments overall really enhance the control of the gun, especially when you're firing at those medium to longer ranges, which is what you want when you're utilizing an assault rifle. Overall, I love this attachment setup on this gun. I think it really enhances the gun very well. I enjoy utilizing this attachment setup, and I've done really well with it. So let me know in the comments section if you've utilized this blueprint, what you think of it. Do you like it, or are you going to trash it? Now let's talk about the camos on this gun, the black cell and then just the normal firing line. I do enjoy the look of the black cell on this camo. Something that y'all may have noticed, especially when I'm reloading, is that there are digital numbers. That's actually the magazine size. What kind of is unfortunate about this camo is that your hand is covering up the numbers with how much bullets you have left in your mag. Now, you can see them in the bottom right-hand corner, but it would be kind of cool if your hand didn't cover up that digitized version of it on your gun so you can see it while you're playing. Not necessarily a deal breaker. Of course, you can see the rest of the gun camo. It is a pretty decent camo. I like, in terms of the black cell, the gold, the color that's moving around on the black. You have the black, and then you have the triangles in which some gold goes throughout, which is really nice. Unfortunately, on the non-black cell version, it's just pretty basic. And what I mentioned about the digitized numbers for your magazine on the black cell or the non-black cell, again, your hand's covering up. So the coolest version on the non-black cell is being covered up. But again, I'm not gonna necessarily trash this overall. I do love the black cell version. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of negatives with your hand covering up the digitized magazine number that's displayed on your camo. Overall, black cell camo is nice. The non-black cell firing line is a camo that I would pass on. The weapon attachment setup is really nice. It's something that I love on this gun. Really enhances the gun, makes it really easy to utilize, especially at those medium to longer ranges with the gun that you're utilizing here. Let me know in the comments section what you think of the camo and what you think of the weapon attachment. Do you enjoy this blueprint, or is it something you're going to pass on? Definitely hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's a blueprint you'd like to see done. I'll get it done. Until next time, peace.